Hey guys, welcome. I'm Jo Tompkins. I'm founder of the Nail Tech Tribe and the Nail Business Success Club. This training is for you if you are a nail tech beautician or hairdresser, you're a sole trader who is feeling burnt out before they go on holiday. So you are probably in a place where you have lots of clients already, and that is incredible. So massive well done. But I know from you guys, could you tell me, I see it in my membership all the time, there's a massive problem that comes alongside that, and that's what to do when you actually go on holiday. So that's what this training is going to be all about. So first off, this tends to be what is happening for you guys at the moment. Before you go away, so normally, say for example, you normally do like 30 hours of appointments a week, or some of you it might be even more than that, which you're already probably feeling burnt out before you even start to think about having a holiday. But then what happens is, because you're going to take like 2 weeks off, or maybe you feel like you can't even take 2 weeks off and you're like, I could only take 1 week holidays, or so you want to take a 3-week holiday, but you're like, there's just no way that I can do that. You can, and I'm here to show you exactly how to do that. Because what happens at the moment is people go to take a 2-week holiday, and it means, because they're full normally most of the time, it means they've got to cram 4 weeks worth of clients into 2 weeks, either side of their holiday. And it means that they completely burn out. And let me know in the comments if you agree, completely burn out before they go away. It feels sometimes like it's not even worth going away because of all the hassle. And yes, it means you've got that money coming in, so you're not losing out on income. However, I have found a way, and I've been teaching it already, so it's already been proven to the members in my membership, to the nail techs and the beauticians in my membership, and they're not having this problem anymore. They're not having to work crazy hours before or after their holiday. In fact, they're not having to work any extra hours before or after their holiday. They're working, they're happy, they're able to take a day off before their holiday so they can go get their own nails done, do their own beauty treatments. They're not having to send clients elsewhere, because that also happens. If you're like, I'm not doing extra hours, then what happens to those clients? They have to go elsewhere. My nail tech happened to me like a few weeks ago. She went to Thailand for I think she went for like a month or 3 weeks, something like that. I had to go somewhere else. And so I want to show you a way where you don't have to do that anymore, and you won't lose out on income either. Because I know for most of us, because we only have our prices set where they need to, so that we can give ourselves holiday pay and save up that money over the year so that we can pay ourselves when we're away, this way that I am going to teach you today will also mean that you're not going to lose out on any income either. In fact, you'll be earning more for your summer holidays than you currently are at the moment. Okay, now you might be like, this is too good to be true and it's not possible. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to give you, so in our coaching call in the Nail Business Success Club membership this week, the lovely Michaela, who has been in business for 20 years, she said she always struggles with going on holiday because it's just so much work in the lead up and when she gets back. Now I want to show you a video clip. It's a couple of minutes long. I want to show you what happened when she implements what I'm going to teach you in just a second. Let me just pop this up.
I think when I joined the NBSC, it was very obvious. I think I joined in May, and then literally within about 6 weeks, the figures started to accelerate. None of them were necessarily the best months I'd ever had, but they were pretty good for the months. And then literally from about October onwards, it's just gone mad. So for me, anyway, but on less hours and far less stress.
Yay, that's what we want.
Yeah, so hence the second one, because normally I'd go on a holiday and be looking at these 10 days prior, so stressed that just even looking at my diary and thinking, how am I going to get through these 10 days? But I just don't have that worry anymore, because I'm not working the silly hours I work. So I'm not looking at 10 or 12-hour days anymore. So most of them I'm doing on about 7 hours. So, and literally the Friday before I've gone off, the first time ever, I'm taking the Friday before my holiday off to go and do my own nails.
Oh my God, I just want to give you a big hug. This is so great.
And never have I done that. I'm always really stressed and literally working right up to the last minute and thinking, when am I going to get my legs shaved and my nails done, and all of that. So I'm just really pleased that things have changed in this direction. So I'm going forward now. I'm just looking at how I can reduce my hours even more and still keep on taking the same money. So,
oh my God, I love this. Did you think this was possible?
No, I didn't. I knew that I would be able to get myself fully booked. I think before the NBSC, I never quite knew how. There was always this panic mode when I lost a client. And then if I lost 2 or 3 for whatever reason, because that's what we do, I had a meltdown. Whereas now, because I'm always like advertising on Facebook, everything ticks over now without actually a huge amount of effort. And I have to say, when I first joined and you just sort of saying post regularly, it's just like, oh, I hate posting. And now it's just, it's part and parcel of what I do. But because there's something comes from it. Whereas before I used to post aimlessly and never actually get any work, like one or two every couple of months, which was not enough to if I lost a client. So
And you've got the time to do it now because you're not working like a crazy person all the time.
yeah, definitely.
And so with the just talking about the holiday thing, because I think going on holiday is, I think, a problem for a lot of sole traders in here.
Yeah.
You're not working like crazy this time. Is that because you've reduced your hours so that overall, because you're now earning more, so that you can now fit everyone in before having your holiday without do like 60-hour weeks?
Yes, I always thought that to take more money, I would have to build my client base. So if I had like 45, 55 clients, I was like, I can't do 75 clients. And they'd all have to be serviced before I went on holiday. Whereas now I can't remember how many clients I've got, but it definitely isn't at its max at all. So yeah, it's just more of a case of I'm saying I'm only going to do 7 hours a day, 4 days a week. So therefore I haven't got any more clients than that. So and I think that's quite that's where I want to be. I want to be able to do this and feel comfortable and happy all the time, not miserable because I want a week's holiday.
Yeah, massive well done. Honestly, I know it like takes a lot. It don't take a lot. Like even though you already had a successful business, even like sometimes it's even harder for people than when they're joining this starting at the beginning because you feel like you've got so much to lose and you're so used to the way that you're doing it. So massive
I mean,
well done.
bearing in mind I've been around for 20 odd years, so you can change your ways, and and I just think having that input from from everybody that's in this group, and just like because I think I'm quite silent generally on it all. I do attend some of the meetings, but I don't think I'm always putting my wins on the community or whatever, but I'm always reading people's wins. And I think you just pick up small little things from being on these meetings, small little things by seeing what everybody else is doing. And I think that's the real benefit as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Love that. Right, I'm going to take my double face off. So there you go. There's a bit of proof that it is possible. So I want to share with you how. So I'm going to lay it all out here for you. The difference is that sometimes we need some coaching in order to implement this stuff. And so I will put the link below for the membership that Michaela is in because you don't need it. But if you want to make the change, then they are difficult changes sometimes, the difficult changes that need to happen so that you have a better business overall. Being around me, being around all the other members, like being on a coaching call with Michaela, for example, and her sharing things like that, literally seeps into our brain so that over time, like over a couple of months or so, we're literally just like, yeah, why am I not doing that? And then we start to make those changes. So it isn't always necessarily that we need more information, but sometimes we need to change a little bit. We need to adjust our mindset and things so that we can implement what it is that we're going to teach. So you might be like, why is Joe going to share all of this for free with me today? I can do that because like the information is one thing, but you actually taking it on board and changing it is another. And so if you can just take it on board, change things yourself, incredible, like massive well done, that's great. But if you do need some support alongside it, then definitely consider coming and joining us in the Nail Business Success Club because I think sometimes I don't get across how great it is and how beneficial it can be. But like with Michaela's example, she'd been in business for 20 years. I really remember Michaela joining because she was quite resistant to joining. She was like, I've got a busy business. Like, I really don't think I can raise my price. I'm going to lose all my clients. I don't really know how you're going to help me, Joe. But obviously something inside her made her like have enough belief that or enough of a problem that she wanted to change that she decided to give it a go. And she's probably been in the MBSC a good 6-9 months, maybe a little bit longer than that now. And I've absolutely, the change in her business is phenomenal. Going from someone who would be having to do 70-hour weeks before they went on holiday to now only working 7-hour days in appointments before she goes on holiday and taking the day off before and earning more than what she used to earn. So we can now be thinking she's working about half the time that she was a year ago. She's earning more than what she was a year ago, and she didn't think that was possible a year ago, but she's managed to do it. And this is how she's done it. Okay, so one, she's had coaching. So she's been showing up on those coaching calls. She doesn't come every single time we have a call. She comes sometimes. She's been watching the trainings that she gets, which I'm going to go into the exact strategy and things that she's done. But that is one thing. She has changed her mindset over the year, and that has had a big impact in her being able to implement what it is that I'm going to teach you. Okay, so that's there if you want it. No pressure. So here is what she's done. She was already busy, but she had a few gaps. She also was very reliant, which happens for a lot of nail techs and beauticians who've been in business a long time. They are feeling very, very reliant on their loyal clientele because they haven't had to push it for a while in the terms of having to get clients in through the door, and they're not yes, they get clients coming in through the door. Like Michaela was saying, every now and then someone comes, but if you get a couple of clients leaving, you kind of start to find you have some gaps and you don't really know how to get those clients in. You're not quite fully booked. And so first thing that we taught Michaela to do was how to get those clients coming in. And she had a lot of resistance over price increases at the time. She felt very, very, very nervous about losing the clients that she had, which, is really, really understandable because she's been in business 20 years. She hasn't been able to get loads and loads of new clients lately, or up until she joined. And so that's really, really common thoughts to have. However, what we did was we taught her how to get new clients coming in. So she worked on things such, it's not brand new things that you might be learning today, but things she needed to work on her niche, on her posts, on her social media. And so she did this and she started raising more awareness of her business within her local area. And she started to attract more of her ideal clients into her business, right? So what happens? She gets more booked, right? Then what happens, and this is really common, MBSE members, they then get a little bit too fully booked. So they start freaking out a little bit, oh my God, I'm overworking. Wow, this is amazing. I've got all these clients coming in, but I feel like I'm overworking a little bit. This is perfect because when you get to this stage, you can then implement what we call our fully booked advantage strategies. So this means that you now can continue, you know how to get clients coming in, right? You are not feeling so dependent on those clients that have been using you for years and years and years. And you start, because you've been having the coaching as well, you start to have more confidence that actually you could think about raising your price. And it won't, at the moment you'll be like, oh my God, no, there's no way I would do that. But this, I've seen it happen hundreds of times. Michaela's story is a repeat of what's happened to hundreds of people before her, like Tanya Jeskins in the MBSE. Jenny Harris is another great one. They've gone through this stage where they needed to get more clients. They figured out how to do that through what it is that we teach, the strategies, all the things we give you, all the social media, courses, everything like that. Then they get too full. Then you can raise your price, right? Because you actually need to lose a few clients at this point. You do that, it feels really nerve-wracking. You realise, oh my God, there wasn't a problem. Everyone stayed. I should have raised them more. We wait a couple of months, 2 or 3 months. Sometimes it might be 6 months, depend on your mindset. Again, how many times you're coming to the coaching calls, how confident you're feeling. But you will get ready. You will be ready to do it. And then you continue to raise your price. And then you end up where Michaela is. So, 9 months in, almost a year maybe in, she's now raised her price and she's lost clients, but she's confident to lose those clients because she knows now, she knows better. She knows differently. She has a different mindset than what she had a year ago. Now she knows it's okay for her to only do, 4 clients a day or 5 clients a day because they're paying a lot more than what she used to have to do 8 clients a day. So she's now working less every single day, which means when her holiday comes round, she hasn't got, like she was saying on that video, she hasn't got 75 clients to try and squeeze into 2 weeks anymore. She has a much smaller client base who pay more for her. So she does not have to squeeze hundreds of people. She's only got to squeeze a few extra into the week, which takes her up to, she might end up working a few extra hours than the normal 5 hours a day she does, for example. Like she was saying on that video, she has to do 7 hours a day before her holiday. But that's not 12 hours a day like she used to. And so she's now working less, she's earning more, and she hasn't got burnout either. And this is how we do it. I think a lot of techs, a lot of beauticians, we get to this stage where we've been in business a really long time. We think we know it all. We think like everything, and we stop growing. We stop growing our business. We stop growing our mindset. We stop growing our learnings. And then nothing changes, and we kind of get stuck in a rut a little bit with what it is that we're doing. MBSC, what you learn from me in here, all these things change that. Okay. So I hope you found this really, really helpful. You can change your business. You can have a better business. Like, you can earn way more and work way less than you currently are. I promise you. I don't care where you live in the world. I do care where you live in the world, but it won't make a difference, because we've helped thousands to do this. They've lived in tiny villages, massive cities, and everywhere in between. We've had people from Manila in the Philippines to Jamaica to England to America. Like, this strategy works, I promise you. So come and let me know what you think in the comments. I'll pop a couple of links below for you. One I'm going to pop for the MBSC membership. It is such a low price. It is so worth joining. I'm also going to pop, so if you're someone who doesn't really want coaching, doesn't like coaching, but you just want the information behind what it is that I've been teaching today in more depth, I'm also going to pop a link to the Fearless Pricing course, because this is just a work alone. Again, really, really good value, super cheap. You're going to be able to watch that in like an hour and a half, implement it into your business so that you have the confidence to raise your prices without losing all of your clients. Okay, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.